Hold onto your bats.
No, my mic's not muted. Headphones weren't turned on. They're wireless, so it's got like a button in the back. You should be getting sound now. You got sound now? I take that as a yes, you have sound now, because you're laughing at what I wrote or what I said. Um, anyhow, yeah, thanks for letting me know. I wasn't paying attention to the little, I've got a green bar up top on my OBS and I wasn't paying attention to it. So we have a continue button, continue your journey. I don't know. What's up? Speeding version 3. Well, what I was saying is we're doing the mod list rotation. So we're playing a mod list until it crashes or until I get tired of it. So it's kind of up to me. And then we're switching to a different mod list if we get to that point. So, it's Modder. Okay, well, you keep changing your name. I don't know how you are. How you doing, Modder? So we're playing LoreRim, we're playing Nolvus V6, we're playing the Nico Experience, of course, and we're playing Lyra, which is Ireshot's list, and now we're playing Wunduniik also. So we're going to start a character, or try to start a character here on Wunduniik. Creations are currently loaded. Achievements are disabled. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So I guess we have game sound. That's cool. Had this tag for one. Yeah, I know, but you know, I know you as modder. I don't know you as Speedy or Speeder or whatever you got now. Okay, we can see inside your head, dude. How about we zoom out? That's a little better. I think the first thing I need to do is maybe, okay, so that's correct. Tab is character menu. That's console. These are our favorites. I don't want that as, so we got a special attack as F. Yeah, I upgraded. So I want to change, I did change the dodge, rapid bow rapid combo, okay. Target lock, I don't use target locks, I don't care about target lock. So I think the first thing we need to do is change some of this around. But I think before that, it won't let me do it. That has journal. Okay, well, where's... So a couple of these things are where I want them, but some of them aren't. So if escape is journal, how do I open up the, or get out of that menu? It's still escape, but it won't let me do that. Because I was going to change the sound, because 3090 wasn't enough? Nah, the deal was that, let me turn this sound down. Because right now I can't think, it's too high. Yeah, that's still too high. So I need to get into the menu, but I don't know if I can get into the menu until I go through character creation. Well, I guess I can just turn my headphones down. That'll work. We'll do that. With RAM prices going so high that they did, and with that affecting also, you know, all the RAM going towards AI stuff rather than gaming graphics cards, I just figured it was time to buy a new system. The old that system, the 3090 system, was about 5 years old. So this got me on DDR5. It got me 64 gigs of DDR5. It got me on a 5090 rather than a 3090. So that's 2 generations of graphics cards. Super heavy mod list. Well, you know, with the frame generators and upscaling that's out now, especially like Pure Darks, which is like $5. I'm cranking out quite a bit of frames, and I was on my 3090. So the main reason for doing it was I didn't think I was going to be able to get a graphics card And I'm glad I bought this system when I did. It's a pre-built because I could get what I wanted pre-built cheaper than I could buy the parts and build it. That's the only reason I went pre-built. And I wasn't too concerned about the motherboard because I wasn't going to overclock it. The main thing about the motherboard that I got was that I could use all 3 M.2 slots without it cutting into my PCIe lanes. So that was the main thing that I wanted. And I wanted DDR5. So more mods than Shot have in my list. Yeah. My list is about 2,160 mods right now. Anyhow, let's get back to this. We're going to do some character creation. So let's make a male character, and let's pick, I don't know, they got any good-looking Dunmers? Let's make an orc. Let's make an orc. Kind of like that one. Oh my gosh, why do you keep jumping around? Get him more green. He's got to be a little bit green. He's an orc, right? He's going to be pretty buffed. What about his complexion? Give him a little 5 o'clock shadow. A little darker. $50, $80, $64, okay. Same CPU, the 9950. The 9950 is kind of an interesting CPU. Really, if you're just going to game and you're not doing like video editing and stuff like that, you probably could have got away with a 9800 X3D rather than the 9950. The 9950 is kind of best of both worlds, right? It can be configured to work good with gaming, but you have an Apple. Okay. Yeah, that'd be your workload one. Cool. Mainly I game, so I mean, I should have really got the 99 or the 9800 X3D. Would have been more than enough for my needs. I'm kind of digging that big scar under the eye. That one. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. What about his war paint? Oh, there we go. The White Hand of Sauron. Or Saruman, excuse me. We should probably do that. Make him Urukai. Well, if he's Urukai, we better give him dark hair. I have seen it. I've been checking it out. I want to see some reviews. I want some people to play it. The thing that gets me is that, you know, a lot of the combo attacks and things like that are set up like playing Mortal Kombat. You got to be like, you know, up, left, right click, down to do a certain power attack. And that can get kind of confusing. But I guess if you start off playing the game from the get-go, it becomes kind of second nature. It's going to be very different than Skyrim for sure. Also, I think it's more focused on combat than it is on actual RPG type gameplay. So I think it's going to be a different kind of game, but I do like the idea of Crimson Desert. I mean, it's got all your big boss battles and everything like that. Should we make him a red-headed Urukai? Dark red hair, blood red. The studio made they're the same studio that made Black Desert Online. And they actually started off Crimson Desert as to be another MMO, but they kind of said that it kind of took on a life of its own, like it wanted to be an RPG more than an MMO. And so they went that way. I don't know about the whole samurai looking man bun thing. Just remember, if you have a man bun, does not make you a samurai. Just saying. I'm not big on MMO. You know what that stands for, right? Mostly men online role-playing girls. All right, we gotta make him look a little more wicked if he's gonna be Urukai. You need some mean looking eyes. Give me some mean eyes. Maybe those. A little wide-eyed. Big wide eyes. How about eye color? Let's give him some good eye color. Kind of blind. Red. Oh, that's kind of interesting. He's got gobstopper eyes. Purple? I kind of dig that. Blind in one eye? Nah, Urukai wouldn't be blind in one eye. I'm kind of digging that. Let's look at his war paint color. Yeah, we need to go all the way white. Why does that look like pink? Is that the lighting? Well, that changed his eye color. That's his hair color. Oh, man. You're killing me, man. Oh, we don't have to fetch quest. No, that's all right. You can spam away. I don't mind talking to you. I'm just building another character. You know? He's got little oblivion gates in his eyes. Oh, that's trippy. Should he be possessed? I kind of like the green ones, but they're a little too glowy. Cat? No, it's not a cat. I am kind of digging the lizard eye thing, though. I'm kind of digging that one. He's definitely going to be heavy armor and a heavy bow. And we need to go dark. Now he's looking scary. Let's give him some more horns on his brow. Orc from underground, white skin. Okay, we could do that. I kind of like that. Skin tone. That's kind of scary. Oh, it's made by Skytech. The one I got is made by Skytech. And the graphics card's a Zotac, but it's an overclock Zotac. Here. Oh, won't let me do it. If I go here, that's my Time Spy score, 41,406. So I'm way up here. And the best they have for the hardware I'm running is 47,677. And you can probably imagine that they're dropping liquid nitrogen on it to get that extra 6,000 points. But yeah, here's the Ryzen 9 9950. I did this on 1231. I did this. So on the 5090, 3440 by 1440 is the resolution I'm playing at. Yeah, it's a frickin' beast. This thing is a beast. So if we look at, This is the CPU Z. So it's a Zotac with a core running at 2460. On the graphics. The memory's running at 6,000. It's Kingston. Yeah, I hope it's worth it. It was expensive. And then it's an X8. So it's a gigabyte motherboard. It's an X870 gaming Wi-Fi 6. So it doesn't have Wi-Fi 7. It only has Wi-Fi 6, but it's got PCI Express 5.0, which is what I wanted. And it's running by 16 on the link on the bus interface. And so it's got 3 M.2 slots on the board, and all 3 of them can be populated without cutting into your PCI Express. The one thing that I didn't really like about it was I thought I could use better power delivery. I think it's 12 by 1 by 1. So it's only like 14 phase power, right? So upgrading the motherboard to something that has got better power delivery would give you more overhead for overclocking, but I don't intend to overclock this. I don't think it needs it. I mean, the core speed right now, we're running almost 6 gigahertz without any overclock, just on the boost. So it's screaming. And 16 core, 16 thread. So you see what I did there was I turned off all of the virtual cores. Yeah, I don't need to overclock it. But I turned off all the virtual cores. Before I turned off the virtual cores, my 3D Mark score was only about 34,000. So from 34,000, turning off the virtual cores gained me about 7,000 points. It is a beast of a PC. And the case is huge. It's a big Antec case. So it's bigger than a mid tower. I'd say it's a full tower case. There's a lot of room in there, but the temperatures are running really good. Let's check out the core temp. So the core temp, let me drag this down here. So these are the frequencies on the core. But like I said, I'm only running 16 threads. So just the logical cores. I'm not running any virtual cores. That just has the load. The max temp's been 62 Celsius. So that's not bad at all. And let's see if I can get something a little bit better for, that's hardware monitor. Oh, that was core temp. This is a better one. It's called hardware monitor, CPU ID hardware monitor. You can get this at like Tech Power Up. It's free. But this will tell you about all your drives. It'll tell you all your clock speeds. It'll give you all your temperatures and power, wattage, all that, all your fan speeds, all your voltages. It'll tell you what your motherboard is. But I'm looking for temperatures, space utilization. Those are voltages, temperatures, core. That's on the Kingston memory. That's the SSD. This is the graphics card. It's not getting very hot either. This is just telling my core megahertz. So it's getting all the way to 6.2 gig. Yeah, this is hardware info. Well, hardware info is good too. I think I might have that one too. So this is the Snow Beast. Where's hardware info? Do I have that one? Yeah, it's right there. Of course I have hardware info. Okay, fine. Of course I have hardware info. So this is the Gigabyte X870 gaming Wi-Fi. But it's going to give you everything here too. Here's all our temps. But yeah, it's not very hot at all. It runs really cool, like 60, 63 Celsius. That's not bad. Yeah, it's free. Why not? All right, let's go back to this guy. We got to make him bald. You know why we got to make him bald? Because we're going to name him Azog. And Azog was bald. Gonna give him my haircut. We got a lot of nice hair choices. Okay. What's your specs? Oh, you said you got a 5080? Yeah, you could do it. No problem. I actually have the EMB frame gen is built into the list. So you'll probably be pulling about 80, 85 frames a second without any paid mods. It should be pretty smooth. And that's at like your worst area. Indoors, you'll be up over, well over 100. Easy. I'm guessing around 180 on a 5080. What were we looking at? We were looking at hair. Where's the darn bald option? Okay, so it looks like we have the modular hairs. Modular SMP hairs. We've got a bunch of fuse hairs. Fuse hairs pack. This is... All right, there we go. Cool. $7,600 XT. Ryzen 550, 64 gigs. Yeah, it should be able to play it. Not as nice, but it'll be able to play it. You'd be surprised what you can get away with my list. The minimum specs I recommend is a 3060 with 12 gigs worth of VRAM. So the 7600 XT, that's a 16 gig card, right? Or is that an 8 gig card? That would be the main thing I'd worry about is the VRAM. And bigger teeth. Hey, what's up, RM? We're We're going to do some Wunduniik. And we are going to name him Azog the Defiler. 5 minutes before leaving the room. Okay, well, we gotta wait. Combo key bindings. Well, let me set a timer for 5 minutes. Stopwatch. All right, well, it's running a bunch of stuff. I mean, we're kicking out 332 frames a second right here, so that's kicking butt. I do want to know, okay, so that's the quest journal. So let's go to settings. No. I want to go to controls. What's up, Angel? Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come on. Come on. If you're going to come here and bark at me, you're going to have to come up and say hi to everybody. Angel, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come here, baby. Oh, you're such a good doggy. My angel come to say hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Such a good girl. You always have to take a break and pet the dog. Always. So she's the old dog now. She's 10. With the 2 puppies. Yeah. Kai and Paya. They're spazzes. So WSAD, that's correct. Left hand M2, right hand M1. Activate, we're going to change to right alt. Ready sheath. We want to change to M5. Our character menu is going to stay at tab. Our point of view is going to go, it's still F. Okay, jump is going to go to E. Sprint is going to go to, it's still shift. Shout power is going to come off of Z and go to space. Sneak is going to go to mouse 4. Run, DKOEM 102, what? I have no idea what the hell. No, we don't want that as auto move. Our favorites is going to stay at Q. Quick save is not going to be there. Quick save is going to be there. Quick load is going to be there. Wait, I think, is still going to stay at T. Journal is still J. That's good. System tab is still escape. That's good. Quick inventory I. Quick magic is P, which is fine. Quick stats down there. That's fine. Map is M. I can live with that. Now, one thing that I do want to change okay, so we've got active quest, side quest, factions completed. But that's also how we get to our system. Azog. let's see what we got here. We don't have any custom skills. Oh my gosh. Ordinator Black, maybe? Do we have to learn how to dodge? Maybe. Pickpocket, lockpicking, sneak, light armor, archery, one-handed, two-handed, block, heavy armor, smithing, enchanting, alteration. So, okay. Where would that be? It wouldn't be under sneak, would it? Silent rule is under sneak. Okay, we're over 5 minutes, so we can actually save the game and go somewhere else. It looks like we got armor here. So why do you have E as take? Well, we get to start off with some gold. That's cool. And it looks like we have... Well, let's... Can we open that? R is take everything. It says Q. Oh, Q goes in. Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's fine. So we can get Aegis Bane right off the get-go. So, Azog fought with a mace. We really need... Ooh, we can get an Iron Twin Blade. Snag. Oh, I kind of like that. We're taking the hunting bow. And here we're taking... take the brace. Oh. Let's go in this way. Light armor, maybe? Take the white cap. What do we got over here? Well, we start off with quite a bit of money. That's kind of cool. Some food. Ooh, some spells. We want that. All right, how do I take that? I mean, I would figure that... So is it... It's Q. Q opens up the whole thing. All right. I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. And that. We're taking all of that. So I guess you get to start off with quite a bit of stuff. Oh, cool. We can actually... Rent a room at the Resting Pilgrim. Decide to extend my stay. I should talk to the innkeeper. I have a feeling something interesting might happen if I do. Okay. Book of Origins. Some arrive in Skyrim with a purpose. Let's... Blind Justice. What the hell is Blind Justice? Kill Markar City Guard. I don't want to do that. Path of Shadows. Join the Dark Brotherhood. Okay. I like that. We're going to do that. We have to join the Dark Brotherhood. It's a good one for Azog. So I want to figure out, so is it just Q? No, Q opens that. So how do I take these things? It says E, but I guess it is E. Okay, so it's still E. Well, why don't we try out some clothing here? We need some boots. We need something a little more open-chested for armor. Well, I guess we can get leather boots. No, it's not really I'm learning the controls. So if I go this way, I have to hit E if I want to grab it. And I guess I can just look away. So I'm not used to quick loot, okay? So just so you know, I'm learning that, okay, if I come down here, I want the iron helmet, I hit E, and then I can just look away and I can go somewhere else. I don't have to... Better prices. Magica. Shouts. Health. Guess we had to pay for that. Thief Stone. Mage. Or the warrior. Kind of want the warrior. All right, let's check out the MCM, huh? Alchemy recipe, okay, ambient dragons, jobs overhaul, animated ingredients, animated poisons, atlas map markers, attack MCO. All right, I don't know what that does, so I'm going to leave it at default. Directional power attacks. Third person view. So let's see. Wedding scene. Okay. Better carriage destinations. We like that. Okay, so we do have campfire. That's cool. I'm a big fan of campfire. Crafting, dismembering framework. That's cool. Dragons use the Thum. Dynamic activation key should be shift. It is shift. Okay, that's cool. Dynamic armor variants. Oh. So it looks like arrow that way. So let's do that. Just says reset to default. I guess we can't take his shirt off. It is awfully bright. Okay, that's just the editor. Okay, I thought that was, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Now, this is Modex. It's not what I'm looking for. That's our widgets. So a heavy cuirass is going to be resistant to everything I got. Let's go with the twin blade. Let's favorite that. Let's favorite that. I'm going to favorite that too. I wonder if we can get a shield. That's horrendous. So that is our two-handed. Two-handed. We're going to set one up for Azog. So two-handed SMP, right? All right, wait a minute. Why are we on... We're on equipment slots. It says a priority. Okay, so, okay, I know what's up. I know what's up. I'm used to it being this way. So, two-handed sword. Gonna do that, and it's gonna be two-handed SMP. That should be good. And then for our one-handed, we can keep that on our hip. That's fine. And then here, so new. Better capitalize that. It's a proper name, man. You gotta capitalize it. Okay, Azog. Save. Yes. Placement. Two-handed SMP. And then we've got position. Let's go to two-handed SMP. Let's make that about 0.85. Let's go over. Let's go down. Over a little bit more. Let's go in. Put that right on the back. Might want to go over a little bit more. Save. Okay, we're not using the... Oh no, I'm hungry. My stamina's low. Favorites menu. That's gonna be numero uno. This is gonna be numero dos. This is gonna be number one. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, we're using the better. Nice. Only I'm not a big fan of that. So let's turn off the better bow and go back to our regular bow. So where did I put that bow? Please bear with me. Better. So I wonder why. I may have to change. Okay, F1 is not what I want it to be. So for some reason that's still favorited. We need to change what F1 is. This is our mod control panel. So I'm guessing that's a D menu? Yeah, they got D menu on F1. Okay, so let's change that. Okay, we don't have a D menu here, so we can't change it there. Clamber, I hate clamber. Sorry. First thing I do is turn clamber off. Not a fan. I'm sure some people love it. Not me. All of the vigilant helmet toggle, not a big fan of that either. What's the button they have for helmet toggle? It says B. Okay, we'll leave that as B, that's fine. Ooh. Okay. So Legacy of the Dragonborn's built in. No. No. Actually, I want that to be that. I do want repeat normal attacks. So let's see if I mess that all up. Why is that? That should be F2. Only I didn't do that. So why is that not being group 2? So that should be F2. It's not letting me do it. Those are all normal attacks. Key combo bindings. Well, I think I messed it up. So, Alt Tab is, that's weird. So I don't want that as, okay, wait a minute. So how did I set it up? All right, we're going to put a quick save right here. And then we're going to check and make sure that we have a save. I need to check how I've got this set up. That's the hardest part, is setting things the way that I want them. All right, well, the easiest way to do this the easiest way to do this, right? And then we got to go here. Okay, that's not working out the way I want. I get it. I get it. Nico Experience, Wabbajack, MO2, mods. One-click power attack NG. And we're under interface. No, we're under MCM, right? Okay. And then we want to go back here. SKSE plugins, that's the DLL. So that's not what we want. The script should be the same. Everything else should be the same. Okay, so we just set it the way that we had it. So now we go back to Wunduniik. And then we're looking for, I'm looking for D menu. I don't see D menu. It's all the console stuff. HUD, UI. So why don't I have D menu? Because D menu is not part of the list. So how do I figure out what the heck is in F1? Okay, let's start putting some of this in there. So it's in settings. All right. Well, we're going to dump that right in there. Hopefully that works out good. Delete those two. In our root, and leave those there. SKSE plugins, immersive equipment displays. So we're going to put the ID in immersive equipment displays. It may have changed. because they're using this IED preset from Missile. So we'll see. Wait your turn. We'll leave those two there. Fire it up. I'm not so sure if I like community shaders, but we're going to try it anyway. I mean, my everything looks very washed out and bright, but I may not have it set up correctly. It might be user error because I never use community shaders. I guess I could always go back to like Cabbage E&B. Pretty familiar with that one. At least I can set that one up right. We'll see. I've only got about a half hour before I'm eating dinner anyway. We got to see if we can at least get this guy out into the world and be playable. I'm a little disappointed that they don't have Black's twin blade animations. Those are really good. Though they are more like fantasy feel. So maybe we should just go with the big cleaver. So let's take a moment to start up. Of course, it's about almost 3,800 mods, so incompatible DLL data SKSE plugins, EVLAS. Will disable all hooks and features. Okay, so that might be part of our problem. Let's quit out of this and let's find EVLAS. And there's a DLL. So we may have to turn this off. It's incompatible. Okay. So we're not running EMB series. All of these should be turned off. And we're not running any of the presets. We are running everything community shaders. Well, let's see what this looks like. That looked like it was loading something up in the upper corner. So that's probably loading all the shaders for community shaders. This should look much better, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we're going to load up. I thought it was page down key for messing with community shaders. We'll see. So continue our journey. So it looks like we've got volumetric fog. So yeah, that's still like mod control panel. So we got degradation of our equipment. So that's what's on F1. So we've got combo keys. Shift E. EB menu is Shift Enter. Shift Y. M1S. So we got dodge attacks. Okay, this is interesting. So what turned that on? Is that F7 that showed? It was F7 that showed that. So mouse 1S, Q, D, mouse 3S. Right dodge attack, I would hope that would be... That's, why is it not A for a left dodge attack? That's weird. Why do we have two bows? Okay, that should be... We lost our IED. I think I broke it. So I don't have immersive equipment display anymore. So it says it should be backspace. It says this should be changed point of, oh. Well, we're out of stamina. I'm guessing that the F keys really aren't good for anything here because that's F2 is not putting me on that. One gives me my bow, but I have both models showing, and I can't open immersive equipment displays. What's up with immersive equipment displays? I think I might have broke it. just repeating normal attacks. It's not giving me any kind of a power attack. I think I may need to do a slight reinstall and try this again, because this ain't working out quite the way I thought. I think I know why that's there, because we need to turn that off. Then it'll revert back to this. Okay, so maybe that's the Mira presets. I'm looking for the actual mod. Okay, so that's not doing that, so I do have a settings in here. Wow, okay. I know it's not in there, but So I don't have a settings here. I got a default config. Here I've got a settings. Probably breaking it. Are we breaking it? Probably. Let's break it. I can always reinstall it and get it back. It's almost time for me to log out anyway. Dinner and movie and fire in a fireplace. Hanging out with the doggos. That's my evening. Right now I'm just messing around with this. And nobody mentioned anything about the title. Bury My Heart at Wunduniik. I guess there's not very many literary people here. There's a book called Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, which is about the Trail of Tears with Native Americans. So the title is a play on that. If you've ever read the book. It's a pretty sad story, what we did to the Native Americans. Or what the English did, I should say. Almost as bad as what the Spaniards did to all the tribes of Central America. Aztecs and the Mayans and all of those people. The Mayans are still there. They just got talked into giving up their religion. And yeah, many of them died from smallpox. Okay, that's what I was looking for. That's kind of hard to read. Yeah, I got no idea how any of that works, so. You got me on any of that. Find my bow. Yeah, I don't know why I got two bows going. So I think I need to go back into this. Oh my god, I can't even see it. Let's go up here. Bow. I've got marked as invisible. Okay, so placement. Bow. I got target node as bow. And then the how come I've got something else open here? That. Interesting, I've got a block around him. So I wonder why it's still set up that way. Well, screw it. We're going to set it as bow better. Now we have two bows. You're killing me. Why are we showing two bows on our back? All right, I think I broke all of that because now we have two bows that become one bow. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to call it a day here for this. we're going to shut this down. We're going to reinstall Wunduniik and hopefully not break it this time. And we will come back to this. But I think that's about it for the stream for today, unless you want to watch Wunduniik install or listen to my dog howl. She's howling outside. Must be a fire truck. She only howls at fire trucks. I don't know, there's something about fire trucks she doesn't like. Nico Experience, Beowulf, LoreRim. Wunduniik. Install. Let's make sure we're putting it in the right drive. So the drive we want to put it in is in W, and that is correct. Let's reinstall it. So this is the installation guide. What about post-installation? Beth I, switching EMB presets. Clear override to delete the EMB shader cache. Needs to be regenerated when changing EMBs. It doesn't say anything about enabling community shaders. It does have profile options. Display tweaks, EMB in-game is Shift-Enter. So that breaks the visual. So that's probably why it was so bright, because I turned off the EMB. So let's not turn off the EMB. We're not going to run community shaders on it. We're probably going to run just, I think it's Cabbage is the default EMB. Well, they got Silent Horizons, Berserker, Bjorn, Cabbage, and then you've got Wunduniik Edit for Cabbage. You've got a few others. Because it is running Root Builder. So maybe we'll stick with Cabbage. We'll stick with the default and see what it runs like, see what it looks like. Try not to change too much or break too much. We are pretty good at breaking shit. So yeah, this is where we're at though. We've got Nico Experience. We've got Nolvus. We've got Wunduniik. We've got Lyra, and we've got LoreRim. So those are the 5 we're running currently. This is a test installation. This is Nico Experience that's getting uploaded to the CDN. This is the one I'm playing that has a few more mods in it than this one. About 150 more. So anyhow, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you all on the next one. And hopefully I've got Wunduniik running. We can play some. Peace out.